Hey everyone, what is up? It is me, Amanda, also known as She's Frosty, and welcome to my first ever FaithCraft church video. Today, we're going to be talking about the fruits of the Spirit. And if you don't know what that is, we'll get right into it. So let's get started. Yay, I'm so excited for church. Unfortunately, our only churchgoer passed away this morning because he did try to kill me, so now it's just us. Fruits of the Spirit. There are 9 of them. The first one is love. The second one is joy. The third one is peace. The fourth one is patience. The fifth one is kindness. Kindness. Ooh, goodness. The sixth one is goodness. The seventh one is faithfulness. The eighth one is gentleness. And the ninth one is self-control. The hardest one for me. We're going to like self-reflect at the end and see what everyone that's watching thinks they're lacking in the most and thinks they have the most right now. So yeah, those are the 9 fruits of the Spirit. Think of yourself as a tree. Every tree has some sort of fruit or leaves that they give off, but in this case, it's a fruit. And if your tree gives bad fruit, then there must be something wrong with the tree, right? Yes, you are the tree. What kind of fruit do you give? Let's open up our book, shall we? So we already went over what the fruits are. What does fruit even mean? Well, obviously, these 9 fruit are describing characteristics a person could have or feel or practice. For example, a really good fruit of the Spirit is self-control, because if you have that fruit and that is on your tree, you will be able to hold yourself back from doing anything that could harm others or yourself. That is a great fruit, because that, at the ultimate end, does everyone good. Galatians 5:22. Against such things there is no law. Anything against these 9 fruit have no authority. Let's put the book back where it belongs. But if you're led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. The acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality, impurity, and debauchery, idolatry and witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissensions, factions, and envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. I warn you, as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Now, we should try a little exercise. So on this page, we're going to write down 2 fruits of the Spirit that we think we are abundant in, and 2 that we are lacking, and talk about what we could do to fix the ones we are lacking in. Okay, so I really am curious. Comment down below, guys, what you think you're abundant in and lacking in. Okay, guys, we're going to get into what we can do when we're lacking any of the fruits of the Spirit. And of course, the first thing to always do is pray. Pray to God. Pray to God. Pray to God, Lord Jesus Christ, your problems and what you want to add to your life, and He will show you the way. He might not do it in a snap. He might not fix it immediately, but he might. And He might also just show you how. But I'm also here to help you, give you a little nudge in the right direction. So let's get started. Number 1, love. Honestly, this is very vague. There's so many ways to love and feel love, but one thing I know for sure is if you have a pet, one way to get love is just to show them affection, pet them, maybe even talk to them like they're human beings for real. And the power of the tongue is very powerful. It is. If you speak love into their hearts and maybe even speak love to your parents or siblings, that can go a long way. That will start healing the wounds that are causing you to lack love. Number 2, joy. One thing I know for sure is that relying on social media, TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts is definitely not going to fulfill your joy. It is a fake. It is temporary. If you start slowing down, joy, I believe you should slow down. No matter what it is that's holding you back from joy, definitely slow down. And I just had a shocking revelation. This is one of my lacks, I believe. Let's go back. Yes, it is. Slow down. Do something you actually enjoy. Like if you enjoy painting, paint. If you enjoy fishing, fish. If you enjoy making music, make music. Don't neglect yourself. Number 3, peace. If there's something in your life that is causing you disturbance in your peace, figure it out. Brainstorm. Take your time. First step into solving a problem is figuring out what the problem is. Don't try to solve something mindlessly without even knowing what you're solving. Number 4, patience. All I got to tell you is Psalms 40:10. Be still and know that I am God. God. Know that you are provided for even if you don't feel it. There are things you cannot see that he knows of. There's things that you cannot see that you have already, but it just takes time, which honestly requires patience. Number 5, kindness. This one's kind of obvious. If you lack kindness and you feel like you are not being kind recently, be kind. Even if it feels a little bit forceful at first, maybe hold back the urge. Next time if someone pisses you off, hold back the urge. And, as they say, kill them with kindness or something. Or give someone a gift. Bake someone something. Cook someone something. Tell them they look nice. Tell them they smell nice. But more importantly, be nice to yourself. That would take practice, prayer, reading the book of truth, the Bible. But also, the first step is realizing. If you've already realized you are lacking kindness, you're good. Like, there's nothing to worry about. Honestly, with all of these, if you can be honest with yourself and realize any of these 9 fruits of the Spirit lacking in your life, you already have gentleness with yourself, basically, by saying that. So that's amazing. Number 6, goodness. Double it. Double it. Kindness is basically the same thing as goodness, but goodness is the consistency of the generosity and the taking the extra mile, the extra step, volunteering, donating, being morally good in times where it's, why is the bee doing that? Is the bee good? This is where we could use our goodness, and instead of ignoring the bee, we can check on it and make sure it's doing okay. Shadi, are you good? Is that normal? I think he was maybe taking pollen out of the flower. Okay, that's awesome. Number 7, faithfulness. I don't know why I decided to go in front of the lava, but if you're lacking faithfulness, that means you have heavy doubt, which also means you don't trust in the Lord. And this is something that I've been struggling probably with the most out of everything here in the 9 fruits of the Spirit. This is the one I've been lacking for a while, but I've started to build it up again. And it's because even though my faith was small, I never threw it away. So if you feel like you're lacking your faith, just ask yourself, is it still there? Or do you find yourself almost getting to the point where you have absolutely no faith? Don't worry if it's small, but start actually worrying if it's becoming to the point where you're having absolutely no doubt. It's very bad to still doubt, but it can get quite stressful. Anxiety can be real, and it's hard to stay faithful all the time. I get it. God gets it. He knows you the best out of anybody. Number 8, gentleness. Now, this one I believe I also put in my lacking list, and very recently actually, been lacking in gentleness. And yesterday, for the first time, I have felt gentleness. And I noticed the difference in between the way I spend my day. And I'll just share this because everyone's different. But I really just want to put these videos out here to help anybody really, and really share my experience so maybe it could help yours a little better. So what I did differently yesterday versus other days is that I slowed down, number one. Number two, I didn't rush important events in the day. For example, eating dinner. Typically, I would just right away rush it, eat it. I wouldn't even, cherish that moment. But instead, yesterday, I took my time, cleaned up, I tidied my room. It was a long day. I made sure I was settled. I was in comfier clothes. I was cleaned up, and the basement was all set up. I had everything down there, and it was it was like I was taking care of myself. I was being so gentle with myself, and I think it's so important to be gentle with yourself because you have to, if you're the tree, right? I mean, just treat that tree. You don't even water it. You don't even trim it. You don't do anything for the tree. How do you even expect it to give good fruit? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Number 9, self-control. This one I struggled with almost just as much as number 7, faithfulness. This one's very, very specific to what your patterns are. You have to figure out and try new things constantly. You can't just stick to a limiting belief and believe that you're a type of way, and that's why you can't start saving money or stop committing lustful actions or eating too many sweets. If you really want change, you actually have to let go of certain things that you've been holding on to for a very, very long time. And just, I guess, the best thing I could tell you is remind yourself that it's not going to be easy, and don't expect easy. And if you pray about it, you can get strength. You can get even more strength than you already had to defeat those deceiving ass temptations. Oh my Lord. Okay, guys, we made it to the end. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much. I hope this video brought you love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I hope you learned something today, and stay tuned for my newer content coming out. Also, if you have any tips and tricks you want to give to me to make these videos better, let me know. I'm very open to constructive criticism. And don't forget to comment down below what your 2 lacking fruits of the Spirit were and what your 2 abundant were. Yay! Thank you so much. Oh, it's raining. Okay, bye guys. Love you.